Hello everybody! Welcome back for the Truth and Inference story. I forgot what it was called. It's the Castle Zinaida. That's what it is. I decided to wait until I wasn't having to get up early to do this. That's why it's gonna be like 2 days late from when the story came out. But I mean, better late than never. And it's not like every day is a new story. Like how the Enchantress one wasn't like an everyday thing, I think it was. Anyways, what is my quest stuff? Oh, look at that. I got the thingamajiggy. Okay. I don't know why this is still popping up like that. I'm not getting anything else. Anyways, let's get on with the story. Hunting cabin. We return to Nest Forest from the World Tree and we finally find a place to rest nearby. It should be a hunting cabin built by a halfling. The hunting cabin is only half our height, a roof made of straw, and on the small and round wooden ark is the knot pattern exclusive to the halflings. I knocked on the door and discover it is open. Aaron and I exchange glances before crawling in. As soon as we enter, we see a dying fox nailed to the wall. Aaron reaches out and closes its eyes, and it is finally at peace. The candles are still warm, so the owner must have just left. Before the end of my sentence, an arrow brushes by my ear and stabs the fox right in the heart, and the sound it makes is like a warning to us. A short yet stout halfling kicks open the wooden door. You are not welcome here. Hello, we don't mean to disturb. We got lost and we're looking for a place to rest. He scans us up and down until he notices Aaron's injured ankle. Your leg is being corroded by the demonic vines. If it isn't treated by night, you'll lose it forever. He stares warily at us while approaching aggressively. Aaron doesn't say a word throughout this, and out to the corner of my eye, I could see that Aaron was already holding his weapon tight. The halfling hunter grabs a handful of herbs from the table and rubs them on Aaron's wound. It doesn't take long for the slimy herbs to make the wound lighten. It's only temporary relief. Oh, thank you. You should not be in the Nest Forest. Wraiths have taken over the forest. I recall the dark creatures that circled above us in the labyrinth. We are from Castle Umbra, and our destination is the Temple of Hecate. I looked this up and I already forgot how it's pronounced. Give me like 1 second. Hecate, I think it was like. Hecate. Hecate, that's how you pronounce it. The Temple of Hecate. We have no choice but to pass through Nest Forest. Oberus asked you to travel to the Temple of Hecate. Do you know what that means? You must pass through Dust Town to reach the port, but the port has been abandoned for quite some time. It is anyone's guess what you might encounter on the way. After you cross the river, you will arrive at the capital. But that is not the glorious end you seek, but the beginning of darkness. The capital isn't what it used to be. No one has ever returned from it unscathed. If you are lucky enough to survive that, you must face the dragon that calls the dungeon ahead its home. Rumor has it that it hasn't smelled fresh meat in years. Don't risk your life for this. Is there any other way? Look. He wets his big, fairy finger in the wooden barrel, then draws a horizontal line on the table with a wave of his hand. This is Castle Umbra, and this is the Temple of Hecate. The shortest distance is from here to here, through the glacial spine. He starts laughing at this point. Your name will go down in history if you can cross the glacial spine, but based on how thin and feeble both of you look, it doesn't seem very likely. So is there no other way? You need training. Perhaps the Banshee of Nest can help you. Legend has it that she was a half-elf named Eileen, exiled by her family. She in turn worshipped Baal-Zerath during the Great Battle. Unfortunately, her half-elf bloodline made it impossible for her to become a wraith. In the end, she was forced to carve out her own heart and bury it in Nest Forest, and live a life of wandering her grave like a ghost. Then was she a wraith or a half-elf in the end? She was neither. Her cries of anguish can summon foul creatures, make them submit to you, and clear the path for you until her song ends. I inadvertently noticed Aaron frowning. He seems to be in deep thought about something. If it will be of help to you, I will lend you this halfling's axe. Nice. Oh, it's cord. Or I guess sway. I walk in the direction of the graveyard that halfling hunter told me about. It seems more like a mass grave. The writing on the tombstones is barely legible, and the scattered bones and crows circling above remind me how ominous this place is. Smoke mixed with the night fog circle around the exposed tree trunks. The heavy stench of rotting corpses slows us down, and it is accompanied by the pained groans of unknown creatures. Orion, look. We fail to locate the tombstone with Eileen's name on it, but we stumble upon Princess Lucia's tombstone instead. Why would someone of her stature be buried in a terrible place like this? In the year 128, the beloved Princess Lucia was born in the kingdom. The king loved the princess so much that he held a feast for 7 days and 7 nights in the capital. A few years later, the second princess was born, and the king held an even grander feast to celebrate her birth. Lucia seems to slowly lose the love that once belonged only to her. However, the more a flower is protected, the easier it is to be destroyed. The young princess passed away due to a terrible illness later on. Her sister's death did not bring Lucia more love, and the king's depression soon led to his passing. As for Lucia, her whereabouts are still unknown. It seems Lucia shared the same destiny as her sister. Suddenly, a shrill cry pierces the sky. We don't even have the chance to see its face. It might be the banshee. In my desperation, I grab the axe and swing it at the banshee. It struck her tail. Her huge and warped body shrinks in an instant into something trembling on the ground. A tiefling? She reveals her true form out of overwhelming fear, and the axe merely grazes her calf. She immediately pounces forward upon catching sight of the axe. She gets a hold of the axe and points it at us, and the threatening touch of ice crystal grazes my skin. You're not halflings, so why do you have a halfling's axe? She looks so cute. A halfling hunter gave this to us, and he suggested we seek out the banshee here. She sniffs us carefully like we're her prey, or perhaps it's her unique way of judging the goodness in people. Why are you looking for the banshee? We need the banshee's voice to help us get to the capital. Hoof. Another group of weasels coveted the treasure of the capital. You know nothing about the banshee's power. You're getting in way over your heads. You've misunderstood. We do not seek treasure on this journey. We only seek to travel through the capital and find an oracle from the temple of Hecate. She slowly lets go of the axe. An oracle? I'm from Castle Umbra. The Grand Scholar has ordered me to obtain an oracle from the temple of Hecate to bless the world. How do I know you're telling the truth? Anyone connected to halflings is untrustworthy. She unfurls her palm and swings her sharp claws at my throat. Wait! This is a misunderstanding. We have nothing to do with halflings. Oh, finally! Hey! We were lost and injured in Nest Forest, and we stumbled upon the hunter's cabin and took refuge there. He lent us this axe. It's just an ordinary axe used to cut through the brambles on the way. In order to win her trust, I immediately toss away the axe once I finish speaking. Fine, I'll believe you for now. You seem to hate halflings. Our war with the halflings lasted half a century. As far as they are concerned, we are barbaric civilization with the blood of demons. In the early days, they've mastered the method of crafting with ice crystals, and so they started slaughtering us. They wanted to sell our blood to warlocks for coins. Now the race has fallen, and they are slaves to the trolls. They brought this all upon themselves. So we were deceived by that hunter, and you are the banshee he spoke of? The hunter you encounter probably lives in Dust Town. Dust Town is our next destination. At the end of our conversation, the tiefling once again conceals herself in smoke. We decided not to return to the hunter's cabin and go straight toward Dust Town. We set out before dawn, and the tiefling's information made us worried about our next destination. What should I do on this journey toward the unknown? Only the howling of the eastern winds echoes in our ears. Mm. With weariness in our hearts, we finally arrive at Dusttown. However, it's completely different from the Tifling's description. It's almost nothing like it. The town seems so peaceful and harmonious. It seems like one of the few beautiful places on this continent. The lanterns with leaf patterns emit a warm glow that disperses our exhaustion from the long journey. As soon as we get to the town's entrance, we get a whiff of cheese and wild boar. Aaron and I exchange glances, and then we dash into the town. We arrive before the Squirrel Tavern at the center of the town. The tavern stands out among the low and cozy buildings around it, and it's impossible to say what kind of shape the tavern has. However, this doesn't stop the customers from enjoying their food here. Whoa, it's quite a lively place here. In the tavern built for halflings, there is a table of tall and burly giants. Their bodies bent forward, their hands flickering away the lamp that sways to their noses and pinching bamboo cups that are smaller than their fingers, yet they seem to be really enjoying themselves. Distinguished guests, my name is Tribin. What can I do for you? Do you have a room? Squirrel Tavern only serves food. If you wish to receive the Halfling's Royal Guest Service, please visit Ivy Inn. I will provide you with my best service. Oh, the Royal Guest Service? His zeal surprises me. Distinguished guests, Halflings have always been known across the continent for their hospitality. Although our race has suffered some setbacks, most halflings will remain the same. As for a fee, you will receive a royal treatment that remains unchanging. He rubs his fingers and I immediately understood what he wants. I quickly withdraw the pouch of coins given to me by the Grand Scholar. Money is life, my friend. After that, he leads us through one winding path after the other. This is the Ivy Inn. I look forward to meeting you again. In an instant, the guy vanishes into the crowd. Aaron stares suspiciously at a bag of murky substance hanging by the door. Bam! He suddenly punctures the pouch and foul-smelling liquid gushes out from it. Oh, shoot, I accidentally pressed that too fast. Who broke the bag of horse urine I hang by the door? It's my remedy against flies. A young girl walks out angrily with her hands on her waist. Sorry, we didn't mean to. May I know if this is the Ivy Inn? Nope, Dusttown doesn't have an inn with that name. You've been scammed, but I do provide accommodation here. She rubs her fingers as a signal as well, and I consciously reach for my pouch. It's gone. It was that young man, Tribin. What are you still standing here for? Finally, I find my empty pouch outside a circus in the town center. As soon as I enter, I see Tribin tossing coins up the stage without a care in the world. Those are my coins. Tribin, stop right there. He darts off and vanishes as soon as he sees me. I'm forced to search through the crowd until I notice a ladder resting against an invisible wall and standing slanted in midair. It's a rogue's invisibility technique. I guess we're pouncing. Do it again. Do it again. Oh! Go at him. Hopefully. Fortunately, I read that wrong. I am able to grab him and he reveals himself. Is this part of the Halfling's royal treatment, robbing the customer blind after they just paid you? Ouch, easy there, buddy. I have the rest in my pocket. You can have them back. It takes a great deal of effort for me to dig out the last few coins in his pocket. He slips away as soon as my grip loosens. Just as I'm about to give chase, I notice a young halfling girl in a green dress looking at me from a corner. She beckons at me to go over. Gardner? Hey. Lady Truth, hello. His name is Tribin, a despicable rogue, so you can forget about your money. I'm Wesser, and you're a scholar from Castle Umbra, right? How did you know? She does not answer. Your friend, the half-elf with the injured leg, although the hunter applied some penicillin on it, it only provided temporary relief. He must be treated as soon as possible. Her words make me wary of her. Have you been following us? Is that even necessary? You and your elf friend caught everyone's eyes as soon as you entered Dusttown. We've been looking for a place to treat his injury. Can you help us? This shouldn't be for free, but it's fine. I'll help you. Come with me. You halflings aren't as I expected. I heard halflings are ferocious. Ha 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 ha. Ferocious? I heard your war with the Tifling lasted half a century, and you slaughtered them just to sell their blood to warlocks. She stops walking, and her expression becomes quite serious. I cannot tell you that it's a lie, but the one who told you this didn't tell you the whole truth. Not every halfling is like that. In fact, if it wasn't for the necromancer's bewitchment, the halflings wouldn't have been reduced to his tools of slaughter. The necromancer? Is he the cause of the drastic change in the halfling's nature? Who is he? Back then, Balzarath destroyed the world tree and the flames of evil engulfed the continent, and a new race was born. Race. I'm gonna look up this. Hold up. Balzarath. Balzarath. Well, I don't know. They are the evilest beings in this world. These undead creatures roam the burning borders of the continent like reapers, hunting those who go astray. The necromancer is their leader. The bewitched halflings fell under his command and started a slaughter. Now we are enslaved by the trolls. I think it's the price we pay for our sins. Dusttown is our last refuge. If you travel to the outskirts, you can see how the trolls treat my people. It's a scene I will never forget. She holds her tears back, and I can only watch helplessly as they suffer. It's not your fault. The scourge of Balzarath. I spelled that wrong, that's why. Balzarath. It literally doesn't show anything for that. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. It's something we cannot change. Speaking of which, I'm on this journey for the same purpose. Travel to the temple of Hecate, seek an oracle, and bless the continent. She gazes at me with disbelief. Excuse me, but you said the trolls are in control of the halflings in the outskirts, so why is it so peaceful and undisturbed here? She pauses for a moment. You'll find out soon enough. Bring your friend along and follow me. I bring Erin along and follow her through the winding streets to a low and dilapidated farmhouse, and she opens the door to its basement. I didn't expect this tiny farmhouse to be hiding an underground palace, unlike the wooden structure. Above the ground, the entire undercave structure is made of elegant stone pillars. I can only wonder how the halflings built this place. After traveling deeper into the underground palace, I notice a woman standing nearby. Based on her dressing and the markings on her forehead, she should be an Aasimar. Oh, we're gonna meet Ada? Aasimar, children of gods and humans, and the enforcer of the gods on the continent. They possess the appearance of human women. An Aasimar usually forms a bond with a diva, and her goodness influences the diva, but I do not see the diva that is connected to Aasimar. The Aasimar seems shocked to see me. I try to get an answer from Wester, but she merely shakes her head in response. After that, the Aasimar makes a long series of complex and elaborate gestures that I could not understand while chanting several incantations toward me. Meanwhile, it seems like something invisible pierces her body, yet it returns to normal once more. It's like something entered her. In the end, she places her hands on my head and chants. The disaster of the past repeats itself, and the child of Azavar will eventually arrive. Followers, rejoice and await to welcome a new master. She seems completely exhausted when she finishes and falls to the ground. While waiting for the Aasimar to awaken, Wester says to me, You asked me why Dusttown is left undisturbed. The Aasimar is the answer to that question. I heard the Aasimar is always with their diva, but why do I only see the Aasimar here? Remember what I told you about the halflings being bewitched by the necromancer? Besides that, those wraiths took the diva, and Aasimar isn't able to sense him anymore. Young man from Castle Umbra, I need your help. The Aasimar seems to have awakened while I was distracted. Her expression is like that of someone gazing upon misfortune. You shall receive the best treatment, and your friend shall receive divine healing, and I need your help. She walks over to Erin, along with a few soft incantations. Light flows out of her palm, and Erin's ankle is quickly healed. I know you're on your way to the temple of Hecate to seek an oracle before the divine statue. I would like to entrust you with this bottle of Aasimar's protection. Bring it to the altar in the temple and seek the power of the gods to make the diva repent. I gaze at them, then look at Erin, who is now completely healed. In the end, I nod and accept the bottle. It's on the way for me. I hope the diva will return to your side soon. The fastest way to the temple of Hecate is via the waterways. However, the port to the capital has been abandoned since the scourge of Balzarath. The Aasimar approaches me while her eyeballs move rapidly. Young man from Castle Umbra, I see many dangers ahead of you. You must cross the waterways to the capital. There is more than one obstacle in your path. A dragon occupies the dome, and you must locate the Dragon Slayer's sword soon. During the war between the halflings and trolls, someone saw the Dragon Slayer on the outskirts of town, but it was never seen again. Perhaps you can search from the scavenger's camp on the outskirts. I can take you there. My injuries are healed, so I'll go with you too. Yes. Level up. Level up. Level up. We bid farewell to the Aasimar and traveled to the scavenger's camp. We obtained the whereabouts of the Dragon Slayer through the story of a local bard. According to the clues in the story, the Dragon Slayer ended up in the possession of a halfling tavern owner. There was only one tavern in this camp, the Cremator Tavern. According to the story, there are 3 fragments that form the Dragon Slayer, but the poor halfling here clearly does not possess the ability to realize that. We notice 3 fragments being displayed on the wall of the Cremator Tavern. They are combined to form a strange ornament that has become one of the tavern's distinguishing characteristics. We decide to try our luck. Hey! Nice! Luckily it was 3. I decided to use persuasion to gain the owner's trust and sympathy. That is quite the ornament on your wall. Of course, that's an antique from half a century ago. I heard a bard's story of the Dragon Slayer being lost on the outskirts of Duskhound. Have you ever seen it? He squints at me and seems suspicious. What are you trying to imply? The truth is we followed the bard's guidance and arrived here. We seek to reassemble the fragments and obtain the Dragon Slayer to help us deal with that dragon in the capital. Why are you going to the capital? That forsaken place is riddled with wraiths. I'm from Castle Umbra, and I'm traveling to the Temple of Hecate to seek an oracle to bless the continent and save the people. The owner is very moved upon hearing our quest to bless the continent, and I even noticed emotions flickering in his eyes, yet he doesn't show an inkling of intending to give us the fragments. So, can you lend those fragments to us? I probed the owner. I admire your quest, traveler. However, these fragments are the soul of this tavern, and Cremator Tavern is lost without them. What a hypocrite. Aaron and I exchanged glances. In the end, we seized the opportunity to take the fragments and flee with Aaron's help when the owner goes to the kitchen. We put the fragments together according to the bard's story, and we obtain a rusty and cracked Dragon Slayer. Perfect. Wester cannot help but cheer for us. But this is as far as I go. The port is further west. I must return to report everything to the Aasimar. Good luck. You can hold up to 2 items at the same time. Choose one to give up. Gosh, I don't know. I feel like we should get rid of the axe. We follow Wester's guidance and arrive at Duskhound's sealed port. The fog obscures the buildings on the other side. We have no choice but to wait until night and sail beneath the moonlight. I move the oars carefully through the water surface while frequently noticing dark creatures sleeping underwater. If I use just a little more strength, I can only wonder how those creatures would end our lives. See that? We're almost at the other side. I can see the capital's outline. We get off the boat. Aaron raises his starlight bottle to lead the way, but the closer we get to the capital's gates, the dimmer the light gets. It is like the dark mist is devouring the light. A shadow charges at us and knocks down the starlight bottle. We catch sight of the monster's face. It has a strange and terrifying head that has been corrupted by the wraiths. Jesus. Oh! Bro, I just one-shot that. In the end, we achieve victory with great difficulty, but Aaron falls to the ground. The starlight bottle is in pieces on the ground. The dazzling liquid dries up on the ground like a bad omen. Omen. I can't go on, Orion. No, it's dangerous here. You can't stay here. Take the world tree's blessing and continue forward. It will give you strength. What about you? He waves me off. Do not forget your quest. I need some time to catch a break. I'll catch up with you soon. Are you sure? Aaron musters up his strength and hands me the world tree's blessing. I notice brilliant blue light flickering within the bottle. I have no choice but to not accept the world tree's blessing. After that, I leave with his expectations. I'll come back for you. We're just gonna leave him? Oh god. Once I leave the capital, I arrive at the wilderness. Moonlight covers the ground, and I can faintly see the temple of Hecate below the glacial spine. While it may be eerily quiet here, I do not feel fear anymore. After the battle at the capital, exhaustion swept through me. I eventually have no choice but to look for a stump to get some rest on. In the middle of the night, I faintly feel something slide by my palm and stomach, and it jolts me awake. I notice a python with a triangular head flicking its tongue at Asimar's protection that hangs by my waist. Meanwhile, a crow keeps circling above. I slay the python and decide to leave. Unexpectedly, as soon as I get up, the crow above dives down with a black mist and takes human form. The symbol on his forehead is identical to the symbol I saw on the Asimar. I immediately realize his identity. You're the diva. Repent now. Becoming a wraith is not your end. Asimar awaits your return. However, the diva refuses to heed my advice. Black flames engulf him like an evil force brewing within, and it summons a red dragon. Oh, Jesus. Hi. I eventually defeat the red dragon, and he seems to be completely exhausted. You were trying to steal Asimar's protection just now, right? She asked me to place it at the temple's altar and use the power of the gods to make you repent. He lets out a weak, painful groan. Not me. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute, his little avatar. How? Her. Who, the Asimar? I never, ever betrayed her. I'm confused. I release him. This is not a divine potion, but a trap. Whose trap? The necromancer. Are you trying to say... He does not wait for me to finish speaking and pounces at Asimar's protection. Wait! He uses all his strength to smash the bottle. Mist drifts out from it, and I notice a grin on his face. Within the mist, when I try to grab his hands again, he has already vanished with the mist. Why did he do that? He was even willing to sacrifice himself to destroy Asimar's protection. And what is the trap he spoke of? As I gaze at the remaining fragments on the ground, I know that I have no way to find out. Unfortunately, I am unable to complete the Asimar's request. I stand up again and decide to continue on my journey. Finally, I arrive at my destination, the Temple of Hecate. The imposing temple looks exceptionally cold. The statue of Hecate is right before my eyes. I notice a stoup of holy water before the statue. The water is clear and able to reflect my face. I gently touch the water, causing ripples to spread. Suddenly, a small shrine slowly emerges from the center of the altar. I take the shrine and open it to find a crystal ball. I stare at it closely, and words begin to appear on it. Destiny is born from the curse of the past. The child of Balzareth has arrived. I'm bewildered by the oracle. Just as I'm about to put it back in the shrine, the crystal ball surges once more. A face appears in the crystal ball, and that person is... me. I throw away the crystal ball in a panic and pick it up again after I compose myself. The child of Balzareth has arrived? How is that connected to me? I unconsciously turn the crystal ball to its back, and I notice another face there. The fallen dark elf with a mission will kneel before a new master? These two oracles terrify me. I take the crystal ball along and travel back to the capital with haste. Unfortunately, Aaron has already left. Where did he go? However, I have a quest, and I must rush back to Castle Umbra and report back to Grand Scholar. The crystal ball seems to have predicted my actions, and a portal opens before me. I walk in and arrive at the foot of Castle Umbra. Oh! We're gonna see Jack. Strangely, the portal didn't bring me straight to Castle Umbra. I notice a guard's figure approaching from afar. Are you Orion? I'm the scholar Orion from Castle Umbra. The princess orders you not to return to Castle Umbra. The princess? Princess Lucia. I used to serve Runo Kingdom and protect Princess Lucia. What if I insist on going back? You are no match for him. An ethereal voice comes from afar. A short while later, I am able to discern the person's face, but she isn't a real person. She seems like a ghost from the past. Lucia? Oh my god, Galatea looks so cute. Look at her, she's so adorable. Orion, don't return to Castle Umbra. Why? She chuckles and speaks in a strange tone. The necromancer, he has been waiting for you. He has been waiting for his new master and the child of the evil god. No, I'm not the child of Bazarath. The oracle has already told you the answer. No, I'm Orion, the scholar of Castle Umbra, a traveler of Runal Continent. I know who I am. Oh, lonely warrior, there is no other path for you to take. What about you? Isn't it the same for you? You will pay for your insolence. Unexpectedly, she stops the guard and gives me a wicked smile. Me? Yes, I was devastated after my younger sister passed away, and my father's melancholia took him soon after. So how has Destiny treated you? That's why I will never obey Destiny. How arrogant of you. How do you know Destiny didn't play a part in our meeting today? What are you trying to say? I was only released after the destruction of Azamar's protection. You were freed because the diva smashed it open? How are you connected to the diva? No, we aren't directly connected. After my father's passing, the capital gradually declined, and the necromancer used our family's last hope as a catalyst for a potion's refinement. The potion is the essence of the fallen souls of the kingdom, and once poured into the altar, it will bring the world to complete collapse. And that potion is Asamar's protection. So that's why the diva tried so desperately to destroy that potion, even if it meant eternal damnation. The Asamar really did deceive me. He is not the one who fell for Necromancer's bewitchment. Then it's the Asamar? Why did she do that? Not everyone still has hope for a world that is on the brink of collapse. Only by allowing this world to be completely destroyed will there be a chance for a new one. Oh damn. What do I do? I kind of want to support her. Let's do it. Perhaps what you said is correct, but a person's choice should not result in the suffering of others. I just want to support her because it's Galatea. It's very difficult, because it's like, as we go through the story, we realize that we have to be careful, because it's like, who can we trust and who can we not trust? Because we've already trusted a few people, and then we were deceived by them. So it's like, is Galatea's character going to be the same way, or is she actually going to play a different part, and she's actually going to be a good guy? Hell is the other people, is it not? The portal behind Lucia opens once more. Her figure moves backwards slowly. Wait, I have one last question. You mentioned that the necromancer used the kingdom's last hope. So are you that last hope? No, I'm not. Then who is it? She does not answer me, and her voice grows increasingly ethereal. Lone warrior, once you make your choice, the gates of destiny will open for you. She transforms into mist and vanishes. I see Castle Umbra standing not too far away, and it's as majestic as ever, but at this moment, I'm full of complicated emotions. The Grand Scholar is waiting for me to report back. If I am destined to face evil, I must do it with courage. Oh! Castle Umbra is empty, and the Grand Scholar is nowhere to be found. I see the crow circling above once more. It is the unique mark of Wraiths. You've arrived at last, my master. Oh, I love that design. Look at him. He raises his palms and lowers them slowly. I've been waiting for the crystal ball's prophecy for far too long, and I finally sense its power today. The arrival of the child of Bazarath. I knew we would reunite one day. It is a journey across plains. Come, join us and create a new order. Feign flattery, express anger. Damn. I kind of want to do the feign flattery. Let's just be evil, naive. It's okay, right? It's okay. Yee. Oh. We'll have to do express anger. I'm afraid you'll never see that order of yours. I lift the fragments of the bottle which contain Asimar's protection. He gnashes his teeth and clenches his fist upon noticing the fragments, and a strand of dark blue light surges from his palm. You stubborn fool, show yourself, half-elf knight, meet your friend. Urin. My ears were not deceiving me. The necromancer walks out from the darkness holding a feeble Urin with his hand. It is me. I told the necromancer about you. He looks indifferent. It's as if he is an entirely different person. He points to the world tree's blessing that still hangs by my waist. That's the reason. I made you take it to the temple of Hecate, so I gained knowledge of the oracle. I'm unable to accept such an answer. So everything you did in Nest Forest was planned? He does not answer me directly. You must forgive me, Orion. You have no right to say my name. So you never sought to seek power from the world tree. You've trampled on my principles. The moment I arrived before the world tree, I realized that the restored world was not the world I wanted. I once believed that the world tree would give me strength until I heard its revelation. Do you still remember it? Return with the blessing of reborn and the crystal ball which spoke the prophecy. The blessing is the Vergamer spring in my possession, and the prophecy in the crystal ball is you. He points a finger right at me. Hecate has revealed the oracle, and the child of Bazarath has arrived. Does that mean even the world tree has chosen destruction as its ending? He suddenly lets out a laugh. There is a hint of self-loathing and pain within it. How was I only able to realize this now? The world tree gave us life, but death too is its gift. No one will ever know how far its roots truly run, and the choice I've made now is no different than following the guidance given to me by the world tree. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. I can't help but think of Danganronpa now. Even though my face was shown on the crystal ball, I never gave destiny a chance, because I know that even if my destiny was preordained, I am not the child of Bazarath. Everything you just said is no more than your own interpretation. Countless people have paid for this world that you have chosen. The friendly halflings were bewitched and started slaughtering the tiefling, so they were cursed and enslaved by the trolls. The necromancer used the princess's soul to refine a potion and bewitch the Asimar. They are the price for this world you have chosen. Is this what you wish for? His icy cold gaze remains unaffected. He slowly retreats into the shadows until I can no longer see the light on him. The necromancer suddenly soars into the air. Destruction breeds creation. Unfortunately, the great plan was destroyed by you. Enough chatter. Show me what you've got. Oh, Jesus. Oh, he's so tall. Yeah, get him. Get him. Yeah. Ha ha ha. We're too powerful. Victory is mine in the end, and Castle Umbra is in ruins. The necromancer's bulging eyes reflect his exhaustion. He no longer has the strength to summon another spirit. His hands start to crack from the bottom. His destiny is at its end. He suddenly looks at Aaron. He used the last bit of his strength to ignite a flame, and Aaron's figure is swiftly pulled over like a withered leaf. He is instantly sucked dry, and his empty body crashes to the ground. Oh, damn. Aaron! The necromancer drained Aaron's body to preserve his own. I underestimated you, Orion. I did not let go of my weapon. I'm about the return to my plane of origin, and this world will return to you. As he speaks, he lets out an eerie laugh. But never forget that you are no innocent mortal. Balzarath's blood runs in your veins. When your birth is judged by the world, how will you convince them that misfortune will not befall them? When that happens, will you still believe that the conscience will definitely triumph over destiny? Ha 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 ha. What a pity. I won't be able to witness such a wonderful ending. The last crow circles above him. I realize that he is just buying time, and I refuse to give him a chance. I shoot the crow with a weapon along with the sound of its wings breaking. The crow falls from the sky and vanishes along with a dark glow. Don't worry, you'll never see it. Once I finish speaking, the ground where the necromancer once stood begins to collapse and Castle Umbra crumbles, leaving only an endless cloud of smoke behind. I put down my weapon. I look through the ruins, yet fail to locate the Grand Scholar, but I find a manuscript belonging to him. I brush off the dust and dirt on it, and I discover the drawing of a crow within it. It is a symbol of wraiths, and below the crow is a young man. I discover that it wasn't the necromancer who had summoned the crow, it was me. Only then do I realize that the Grand Scholar may have foreseen this from the very beginning, yet he still chose to make me set out on that journey and choose my own destiny. And I have not forgotten what the necromancer said to me at the end. If I'm the child of Balzarath, how should I face my true identity, and how will the people trust me? This decadent era has come to an end with the necromancer's death, but will the curse, corruption, injustice, and slavery of the past era return before the arrival of the new order? I still feel uneasy, and the distant world tree seems to give me an answer in silence. At the border between the mountain range and the land, the world tree shines once more, and it is brilliance I've never seen before. Ending reach. Showdown. Look at that. Arcane missile? Fire blast. Decisive blow. Interesting. Final showdown is now available. Start now. Oh! Child of Shadow Castle, why do you refuse to give up? I'm ready. I will never bow down to you. Then show me your strength. I won't hold back. You have courage, but courage itself is often just foolishness. Oh. Interesting. Oh. We can keep going. That's interesting. Oh, we can actually accept all of these already. Damn it. You don't have any strength left in you. Surrender, Necromancer. Your victory is just a fluke. Along with the sound of wings breaking, the Necromancer's body collapses rapidly and vanishes with a dark glow. So I can do this again. Go, Naive, go! Go, Naive, go! What did you use? So I can do this for however many times. Interesting. We'll just skip it though. Ooh, that one was a lot higher that time. Interesting. We'll do it one more time since we have one more. We'll just skip it though. That's pretty cool. Sketchbook, character notes. I don't think we've met everybody though. Actually, I think we did. Yeah, we did. Interesting. Oh, we're gonna get the skin. He looks really good though. I do really like this B-tier skin. Look at that. He looks very nice. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff we can do. After returning to Cas Umbra, Orion finally meets the Necromancer. He proclaims to the Necromancer that he will never bow to destiny, but the Necromancer remains unfazed. The Necromancer is confident in his victory and summons a person. This catches Orion by surprise because it's a very, very familiar face. Can I, like, do these over again? A lot of these are locked. I wonder if we're able to, like... Oh, we already did that. Well, I know there's going to be more to the story because we're trying to figure out who actually killed Zinaida. And now I'm wondering if it's Andrew. Because he was a friend and then he betrayed us at the end. And, I mean, it could have been Ada as well. But... I just feel like if it was Ada, just from the story, was she manipulated to kill Zinaida? Because she was bewitched by a necromancer. But then would that mean that DM somehow influenced her to kill Zinaida? If it was her? And if that was the case, I feel like Emil's character... I don't know, I feel like something would have happened while they were there, you know, before the whole, like, story began. Since he was away from her. Everything's very interesting. Super interesting. I guess we'll have to wait, because I feel like there's definitely going to be more to the story, and we're not going to find out until next week. Oh, can we actually switch? Interesting. I would want to be a fighter. Would that be? Oh, snap, you can. Ooh. I might do this, and then... maybe I'll probably record it, but I'm only gonna add, like, the newer stuff to it. And I'll show... If I do end up making a video for that, that will take some patience and motivation to do that. But I'm actually kind of interested. And I feel like if I were to do this, we're gonna need some intelligence. I feel like dexterity would be nice. I feel like that would be nice. Like, I think strength-wise is fine. I don't think we need to be, like, too strong. But I feel like we're definitely gonna at least need to be smart and have it. So I'll definitely check that out later. We have the 5 classes, so I feel like there's gonna be different things, and I'm probably gonna go with wizard again and try to get and see what happens if I do the feign flattery, and we'll see what happens from there. But other than that, that's pretty much it at the moment. That's pretty cute. Okay, so we completed that. I need to do the rest of this to get, I think, this. Because then it'll be next week or whenever to be able to get this. I think. We'll have to see. And I gotta do the panda stuff. Because I didn't get the panda pet last time. So I'll have to do that. Oh, Andrew, you got something too. Yeah, I forgot I got your graffiti. I think that's it. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed. There's a necromancer in the background. I might switch anti-Korean out for maybe like Ada's A-tier skin maybe, just to match it. But yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Did you guys end up getting the ending that I got, or did you guys end up getting a different ending? Let me know if you paid attention to the story, because I know a lot of you guys don't, and you guys skipped through the whole thing, so. But for those that actually did do the story and was paying attention, let me know what you got. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!